Hi babe, welcome. In this video, we are quickly going to braid a hat together. So I start off by making like the letter T, the uppercase letter T on her hair. So I have the line going from the forehead inwards and then from the middle of that line downwards. And then I start carving out the shape of the hat just like this, carve the outer section and then make this part inside, make sure it is clean, and then you're going to repeat it on the other side, the inner part and then the outer part. Make it go down to the ear. So how you do this outer part is going to determine how the shape of your heart to be. So you can make it fat and short, or you can make it slender and long, just like that. Play around with it until you have the perfect shape. I am using what is it called, shine and jam, to clean up my lines and just make sure the outline of the heart looks as neat as possible. This is seriously going to affect how your heart comes out. Then make this line, I call it the 10 o'clock arm. If this is a clock, this line will be like 10 o'clock hand. So it's pointing like upwards from the middle. Guys, start from the middle. Don't make this line that comes in from the top, don't make it slant into the top of the heart. Make it slant exactly at the middle of the heart. It's going to make the shape of the heart to be nicely dipped in at the top. If you don't dip it in enough, it's going to look like the shape of an apple. And if you dip it in too much, it's going to look like like two kidneys differently. It's not going to look like one item. It is going to look like two different sections that you join together to make a heart. So from the middle is perfect. Make that line from 10 o'clock to the middle of the heart, and then I sincerely apologize. She was moving around. She was just over. No, she was distracted and was not interested in me and my filming. So we are going to repeat the 10 o'clock, and this time we're making it 2 o'clock. So from the top of the heart down into the middle, like a 2 o'clock arm. Okay, that's the best way I can describe, because where you make this hand, I have seen people make it like 3 o'clock or across. If you make this line to be straight across, your heart is going to have a funny shape. That's why you see different types of funny shaped heart braids. But if you make it from the middle to around 2 o'clock or around 1:30, and then from the middle to around 10 o'clock or around 10:30, like that angle, it's going to come out perfectly. So now this is what we missed on the other side. I braided it all the way to the end of the heart. Try to make the curve, like when you get to that angle, make it curvy. Don't make like a sharp braid. Don't curve sharply when you get to the end, so that you can form that nice rounded curve at the top. So if you have that at the back of your mind when braiding, you're going to be able to achieve it. But if you just blindly braid up, turn around bluntly and start braiding down, you're going to have like that shape that doesn't look nice. So braid all the way to the end into that corner, curve nicely and braid it down. So if we had left this dangling, imagine how beautiful it would be. But this is school exam period. You're trying to minimize distractions because we have to have beads. If we let it dangle down, we just chose to braid the heart into her braided ponytail. I didn't like it, but it was still very fine. So this is why I advise against adding at least too much hair extensions if you're making this hairstyle and you're using hair extensions. Even if you're using hair extensions for the whole hair, don't add too much in the braided design part, because when it will be time to incorporate it into the braid, it's going to be bigger than the neighboring braids around, because we are combining like two sections into one. So this braid is already, because she has lots of natural hair already, it's looking big. But if I was doing this on a child that have less dense hair, and I was using braiding hair to make the hair look fuller, I would have not used the braiding hair, at least not much in the hard part, so that when I get to this section, it's going to be the same size with the previous braid, but it doesn't spoil much, but I just feel like it is aesthetically